seems like that's a pretty big strength for you in your game.
When we do, to be honest, the only thing I really do is like when we do push-ups during practice, I do all my push-ups on my fingertips. So I mean, like that's probably the only thing I can say I do. Other than that, I just feel like I was just gifted with them.
You go back to the New Mexico State game. You cut that ball almost off the grass when it was a low throw. What was that moment like, and how hard was that catch to make?
I mean, that's a catch that I make a lot. We on practice high ball, low balls. Like Coach Wiggins have us practice catching passes that just everywhere. So I feel like that's paying off for me and for everybody else.
Do you feel that, and other teammates have said this, but do you feel at all you've been overlooked among the receiving group, or as one of those receiving options? Is that kind of, are you being overshadowed a little bit?
I don't feel like I'm being overshadowed. I mean, the chips fall where they're supposed to fall, and I mean, like based on the game plan, it don't matter who it is. It's just all about who we playing and what they do. So I mean, like it can be any week, it can be me, it can be Walter, it can be Rose, it can be Judy. So it just depends on what the game plan is.
Was there any point this offseason that you wanted to kind of make a point that you're just like Nick has said, an NFL receiver in this offense?
I feel like I just looked at some of the things, and Coach Wiggins brought this to my eye. I just, in open field, stop trying to be like a magnet to the safety and things like that and try to make more people miss. That's just things that I did in high school, and I just feel like I should bring that back out instead of just trying to run through everybody.
Is that a good example in this last game?
Yeah, I could say that's a step forward.
How did you do that? Was it footwork, or how did you get to the point where you're not just running at safeties kind of thing?
I think that's all just like really just knowing what you're able to do. I mean, like if it's a lot of space, why would I just run into somebody? I just feel like I had to get that back into my head, just like go where there's nobody at. Like Coach Wiggins say, he's not going to teach us how to be a runner, so I just did what I felt was the right decision.
A lot of slants into these tunnel screens. Is there any kind of anxiety in the sense that you're kind of going across the middle, or you're going through traffic?
No, not really, because as you study film and you play against your opponent, you realize that they played a lot of one high, so we knew it was a lot of open space in the middle of the field, so we just took advantage of it.
What's the challenge of going against Patrick during practice?
It's a great challenge because we play in the SEC, and a lot of teams really, you play a lot of corners that are big. So, I mean, just going against all our guys is just like, that's great practice just for us to be just going against the long, tall DBs.
When you're kind of cutting across the middle, I mean, they're, on Ruggs' touchdown, even on yours, it looks like guys are taking good angles on you, and somehow y'all are, squirting through kind of thing. How do you do that? Like, do you know, okay, I'm going to get past this guy even if he's got a decent angle on me, or what's going through your head in that moment?
I feel like everybody, like Coach Sark say, it's easy to tackle something that's not moving. So I feel like as something that's going slower, people feel like, okay, I can make this tackle, but when it speed up, it gets harder. So I feel like that's what it is. It's hard to tackle something when it's moving at full speed.
Do you have the confidence in those moments that you're going to get by somebody, over the middle or wherever you are, that you're going to, once you have the ball in your hands?
Yeah, I think all of us do. It's rare that you see somebody just the first person tackle all of us. So, I mean, like, when we catch the ball, that's what we expect. No way the first person is going to tackle us.
How would you describe a guy like Slade Bolden?
Slade's smooth. Slade is kind of like, he's not the fastest, but Slade, he precise with everything that he doing. He got great hands. So, I mean, Slade, he's just a smooth person. Just go out there and just does all the right things. He's going to run his route at the right depth and do it how he's supposed to do it.
How excited were you to see him go out in that Wildcat package?
When they put it in, we was really excited for it. And then, like, we was talking about Water thinking he was running back. So, I mean, like, we was just excited just to see what they was going to do. And we was just like, I hope y'all just don't mess this up.
When, Nick said whenever there is an athletic quarterback, he's the scout team guy. What's that like? Obviously he's working with the second group and then also kind of with that scout team. What's that like, kind of facing him in that situation?
With me knowing Slade and the school that he went to, Slade was doing that since high school. Slade played every position it was. So, I mean, like, it's great to have somebody that can contribute to our team and help our defense at the same time during practice and then come on Saturday and just contribute to the team.
Coach said the reason there were so many more passes than runs was because it was a lot of RPOs that just ended up
turning into passes because that was the right read. What was South Carolina doing on defense in your eyes that made a pass the right play most of the time?
It was a lot of one high. So like when you play a lot of one high, it's mostly like you playing man and you're trying to bring a safety down on the tight end. So I mean like that's basically who you read most of the time is the safety. So I mean just with them being one high, it's always a safety down. So that just opened it up for the passing game.
There's a lot of talk about the identity of this offense. Nick wants to develop an identity of the team. Is there a point that you want to establish that? I know you're 3 games in, but or what is the identity right now?
I feel like a lot of people saying like, oh, we can't run the ball, but what they fail to realize is it's a lot of RPOs. So I mean, like you can't necessarily say we can't run the ball because he's pulling it and throwing it. So I mean, like I feel like that's putting a chip on the running backs and the linemen's shoulders, and I just thank everybody for that because as you seen this weekend, our running backs can do it all. So I mean, like people gonna talk and say what they want to say, but all they're doing is just getting our linemen and running backs fired up.
What
Do final 2.
As far as an identity goes, what is that like in your mind? What is an identity for the offense?
Being able to run and pass, doing both at a very efficient level.
When you're going into a game, do you kind of know which receivers are going to get the majority of the targets, or is that really heavily dictated by kind of how the defense plays it?
When you go into a game, you kind of feel who it's gonna be, but then again, some teams don't play us the same way that they play everybody else. Some teams switch it up. They be like, based on who their opponent is, like, oh, we're not gonna play these guys like this. So I mean, like going into the game, you kind of have a plan, but you really don't get the feel until you get out there for the first few series.